Innovating Education Learning World in association with WISE, an initiative of Qatar Foundation.
Welcome to Learning World, Euronews' new programme dedicated to education. Art is of course vital to education, opening up a rich world of creativity that can touch all aspects of learning. It's a form of expression that plays an undeniable role in our ability to develop, learn and grow. In this week's programme, we'll be looking at the different ways that art affects people's experience of learning. We begin in Finland, a country that consistently scores top marks for its education system. This success is often put down to Finns' ability to think outside the box, and the design factory in Helsinki is no exception.
Nordic design is a mixture of clean functionality and classic beauty. And now, the Finnish flair for design is spilling into higher education.
So what we've done, we've combined, in this case of Aalto University, 3 disciplines: technology, business and art and design. We talk of project-based learning with real-life cases, so very tight links to industry and public sector actors like the cities and so on.
That's the design method. Roll your sleeves up and get working.
All of the ideas you have to actually establish them as well as a prototype. And it was a great learning experience.
A surface that recharges mobile phones and is capable of powering a wireless lamp. An intelligent floor that controls lights and music. These are some of the inventions the students have come up with.
It's a box where you put all the ideas. You shake the box and you take the solution out. The solution is wrong, of course. So you make a failure. Then you're on the next stage. You can start that, okay, this is not working, let's try something else.
Brainstorming sessions take place in beanbag rooms like this one, where students are discussing design solutions.
I believe that there is trillions of good ideas in this world, but what we lack is people who somehow make them happen and who take action.
As we've just seen, sharing and exchanging ideas is crucial to creativity and learning. It's essential to communication. In the Bronx, New York, young people are being encouraged to express themselves through poetry. What's more, this inspiring programme has also been breaking down language barriers.
No one can express you English in my tongue. My tongue already speaks, but does it talk? What Americans say is real English. That one.
Denise, 17, comes from Puerto Rico and lives in the Bronx.
I don't like living here, and that's why I'm working really hard in school so I can move.
Denise started writing poetry when she was 12 at junior high school.
We had a program, I guess for the last 10 years since I've been principal, where we had a resident poet come in to work with our classes with Bronx Rights and Dream Yards, and it just expanded. So for every Denise Cotto, we have about 20 to 25 kids every year that perform their poetry.
So full of poetic goals, these mindless ideas that never end, and I feel like I can bend these poetic rules. And
I think the most difficult thing is getting them to understand what poetry is.
When she grows up, Denise wants to be a doctor and work for Doctors Without Borders. But for now, she writes about what she doesn't like in this world.
They don't have their destiny made. This tears in me like the visa that was ripped in my face because it said I had a place. Again, because it said I had a place in America. This place with that silent window that whispered immigrant, but it said I had a place in America. And then I forgot, because that was like a piece. You get to understand yourself from what you write. It's different when you keep thinking about it in your head. And it's like you think you're the only one in that world, when in reality, there's millions of others that think just like you.
The poetry program Denise takes part in is called Global Rights. Created 9 years ago, it now involves 25 schools in the Bronx, plus others in Queens, in New York State, Yonkers and Nyack, Chicago, and now San Francisco.
But of course, expression is not limited to language. Our final stop is Brazil, to a sprawling favela in São Paulo, where inhabitants now have a chance to lift themselves out of a context of crime and poverty through music.
Heliopolis is the second largest slum town in Brazil and suffers a mix of poverty, violence, drugs and criminality. The Instituto Baccarelli de Musique was founded in 1996 by musician Silvio Baccarelli.
Cheguei aqui no Instituto Baccarelli, não sabia música, aprendi.
When I came here, I knew nothing about music. I learned it all stage by stage, until finally I played for an Israeli teacher, and I got a grant to study in Israel.
Escola que o Submeta tem projeto.
O Instituto Baccarelli é uma associação civil que
The Instituto Baccarelli is a non-profit association which uses music to tackle social exclusion among young people here in Heliopolis and throughout Brazil.
No Brasil inteiro, usando uma ferramenta fantástica que é a música.
In this school, I learned that the best thing, it's not a world of violence. It's better to learn music than hang out in the street committing crimes. It's better to learn music.
Eles chegam aqui de uma maneira.
They come here not knowing that music will transform their lives, so we work, and finally music helps them by training them and transforming them.
Vai estar ajudando neles como formação e transformação na vida deles.
That's where we have to leave it today. Next week we'll be looking at technology and how it's shaping people's lives. And remember, if you'd like to see any of our reports again, go online at euronews.net/learningworld.
Learning World in association with WISE, an initiative of Qatar Foundation.